amplification for Marquis de Sade. I started to realise that I was sort of, especially with the European shows, I was relying on the venues to supply, or asking if the venue could supply me an amp and a cab. Now, my go-to for that was the PV 6505 and a cab of some kind, 4x12, preferably with the vintage 30s in it, but speakers, but you know, lap of the gods for that one. The 6505 is a fantastic amp. It was based on the 5150, the Eddie Van Halen, and it's a bit of a go-to. There's a Marshall, I think 2000 something, and that is more or less, you know, those two amps, the PV and the Marshall, are a bit of a go-to for metal and for rock. What I did, I started having a look round at bits and pieces. One of the things I did do, which I researched a lot on, was get myself one of these, which isn't lightweight. This little puppy is a Line 6 Helix LT. You've probably seen that in reverse because of my camera's in reverse, but anyway, it's a Line 6. They do two versions of this. This is the light version. I didn't need anything too not light physically, but light in its technical side of things. I didn't really want to go too nuts, he said, but I wanted something that would give me almost the tone that I get from my physical amplification that I drag around sometimes, and also something, and if you can hear a dog barking, that's my boy who's being silly. Anyway, I wanted something that I could take on a plane to a show, plug straight into the desk and get what I want or need from it, and the Helix seem to tick all those boxes. Now I know there's Head Rush, there's the Kemper, there's, I mean, a ton of stuff out there. I know Black Star have just made a modelling pedal, which is based on pretty much every model that they've ever produced. Fender do one. I know that Boss do one. Now I've always been a big Boss fan, but I love the analog stuff, not their digital stuff so much. So anyway, after a bit of research and trying one of these bad boys out, and I thought this is the piece of kit that I need, and I have to say it has been absolutely awesome. I've gone for something called the Rev Red, which gives me bags of gain, bags of high gain, but a little bit more controllable. And then I'll just use, I mean, you can see all my little stickers on there. There's a bit of reverb, bit of delays. There's some octo stuff as well, which I think I use in Balderwall live in the in a few little areas in the song, just to give it some doom to it. I love the versatility of this. I mean, there's so many outputs on the back there, it's nuts. So I can run it into a desk, but I can also take a line out and run it into an amplifier on stage for monitoring. It's sort of endless, really. It's only limited by its memory and how big the processor is on it. So, but this is my go-to when we're playing live. That is my Helix LT, fully stacked. At some point I might do another video so you can actually hear what all this stuff does, and just to sort of give you a bit of flavour of that, but I just thought I'd just introduce you to some of my babies. Anyway, this is a little bit of my go-to amplifier when I'm not using the Helix, or I combine the Helix with this Black Star. This is a Black Star Stage HT Stage 60 Mark II. This is a beast of a thing. 2x12s, vintage speakers in there as well. I love the old school look of that grille as well, it's nice. You see I've just put the big M logo on there just for a bit of bling. You've got a clean channel, nice and simple, just as you can see there's just a volume and a bass and treble. This comes with a 5-way foot switch as well, so not only can I switch this to super clean and then crunch, I can also voice it, so it just gives you a slightly different, so there's like almost like two clean channels in one. We've got this stage here, this little 4 knobs. These are your high gain stuff. These are quite scary. You've got almost like a slightly crunchier crunch up here, and then a full-on metal tone down here. But again, each one of these are voiced. So you've basically got 4 different overdrives, just all in this one little section here. Your standard bass, middle, treble. Blackstar's ISF, which is like a tone shaper, so I can go like full American, which is all the way around that way, or I can go full British, which is all the way to the right. And then your master output, which has just got a resonance, which just adds a little bit of weight to the sound, stops it sounding a little bit too thin. Bit of presence, bit of volume. But there you go. So that's my Blackstar. Now it's an awesome amp. The good thing with that one as well is that I can run it in combination with the Helix, so I can have either once I've got the IR cabs and amps set up on the Helix, I can run that through the Blackstar, get that sound coming out, or I can switch the Helix to what they call stomp mode and just have all the effects and run it straight into the back of this Blackstar, and use the overdrives and the speakers obviously in the Blackstar, and they all sound awesome. Anyway, there's my rig rundown. I hope I haven't bored you too much. Got any questions, just leave them down in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them, as long as they're sensible ones, of course. I'll probably do another video a bit later on. Got quite a lot going on there. We might not be looking like we're doing a lot at the moment, but there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, so please stick with us. Keep your eye on Facebook. We've got some shows coming up early next year. We've got one show coming up in February, I think. And that is with Kevin Riddle's Baphomet, good old mate Kevin. Fantastic band as well, and obviously the link there between with my brother Pete on bass for Angel Witch and Kevin Riddle's on it. It's awesome. There's some really cool stories as well. So, and then we got a couple of shows coming up in May with a fantastic band, the Bengal Tigers, for all the way from one of my many old stomping grounds, Melbourne. I think they're from Melbourne. I better check that. Anyway, they were quite big back in the 80s, and I've got this vague recollection of actually seeing them back then as well when I was living out in Australia. But anyway, so that'll be cool. So keep your eye on the Facebook for all the updates of things that are going on. We are working on some new recordings of things at the moment. I can't say too much more about that other than we're working on it. Alright, so keep your eyes open for that. And yeah, it's, you know, we'll keep rocking, we'll keep doing it. It's go check out the new album if you haven't already got it. ZYX Music. If you type that into Google, it's a German. It's a German distribution hub. selling the album. It's linked with our record label, Golden Core. A big shout out to Nudie, our A&R guy, top man, and he's been taking care of business, that side of things, which is really cool. Shout out to my brothers Gary and Giles as well, and manager Chris Knight, top job. Yeah, we're going to see you soon. All right, so keep rocking, keep safe, God bless you, and remember, one day the sun will shine.